All right, so today we have an upper body workout. We're gonna need some bands and a loop band. I have a medium resistance and a little heavier one, so you can choose what works for you today. So we're gonna start off, first exercise here is overhead extension, and we're gonna pull the band apart. So we're gonna reach up, opening up that chest, and then pulling the band apart. As you pull the band apart, feel movement in your back. Make sure that your ribs aren't arching, aren't lifting. No flaring of the ribs. Keep your ribs stacked over your pelvis. If you want more resistance, you can always double up or go to a more challenging band. So we're opening up the chest and activating the muscles on the back. We're timing this with our breath. Exhale, pelvic floor and core as we open up. And if you don't have that much range and you can't reach back there, then go to where you can and pull apart. 2 more. Good. We're gonna go into bent over row, so you can loop your band around your left foot, grab your band, and we're gonna take a step back with our right leg. We're gonna exhale, drive that shoulder back. When we're exhaling, we're lifting pelvic floor and core. If you're further along in your recovery and as you exhale, that automatically comes on, just think about exhaling. But if the pelvic floor and core doesn't turn on with your exhale, as you pull, consciously think, lift pelvic floor, engage core. Keep your neck long, lengthen through this glute, nice and light on this leg. 20 seconds to go. Think about reaching this elbow to your back pocket. We're not using our bicep, rather we're gliding our shoulder blade towards our spine. Last one. Come on up, switch sides. Step back, lengthen that right glute, drive the elbow back. Exhale, coordinate that core and pelvic floor with your breath. Nice. Long through the crown. Halfway. If you need to support yourself, you can place your hand on your thigh. We're working our extensors in our spine as well. You should start to feel your glute turning on. Make sure your knee's not bent forward, rather you're hinged at the hips. 3 more. 3, 2, and 1. Awesome. We're gonna grab our loop band, and we're gonna do some tricep pull downs. So grab your loop like so. You're gonna place one hand on your right shoulder, and you're gonna press down. You're gonna exhale, engage. If you wanna make this more challenging, you can go into a hip hinge and lift a little bit more against gravity. If you wanna make it even more challenging, you could add a couple pulses in. Control on the way back. Don't just let it snap back. Control on the way back, slowly. Halfway. Exhale through those pulses. Inhale on the way back. Connect with pelvic floor and core. 2 more. Last one. Switch sides, left hand up on your shoulder. We're gonna exhale and press. So to make it more challenging, you can go into this hip hinge. You can add the pulses in, but you do you. Everybody's at a different stage in their recovery or in their pregnancy. But tricep strength is something really good to have, because when you're laying back in your nursing chair, you have baby in one arm, and your core is not very strong early on postpartum, you really need to rely on those triceps to help push you out of that chair, help you get out of bed. Really useful there. So 20 more seconds here. So this is a quick upper body workout. Last 2. Keeping those ribs aligned over your pelvis. Last 1. Good. So now we're going to go into archers. So you're going to hold the band like so between your thumbs there. And we're going to pull, so your fingers are going to come through the band. You're going to pull like a bow, an arrow, and rotate, getting that thoracic rotation. Glide that shoulder blade back. You might want a light band for this one. Alternating, follow your eyes to your elbow. Try to keep your hips forward. So we're rotating through our thoracic spine. Getting fired up. 2 more each side. Last 1 each. Good. Shake it off. A couple shoulder crosses here. And then we're going to go into some serratus work here. So let's go down on your knees because we're a little bit more stable. This one can be quite challenging. What we're going to do is we're going to keep tension on the band through a wrist, but don't let your elbows go out. At the same time, you're thinking about scooping your elbows in. So if you place your hand here and you do a scooping motion, you can feel serratus turn on. So here we are. We're going to start with our hands down here. Tension, scooping the elbows in. We're going to exhale, reach out, and pull back in. Exhale, engage the core. Inhale, keep a little bit of tension because we're under load. Exhale, engage deeper. Hugging those elbows towards each other as you pull those wrists out and keeping tension on the band. Chin tucked in, neck long. It burns. 10 seconds. Last 1. Nice. Serratus is so important because it's the muscle we use when we reach out to lift something up. So now we're going to go into lower trap raises. So we're going to stand with the band under our left foot. Band in your right hand. We're going to go into a hip hinge. Create some tension on the band. And you're going to reach up into that Y, keeping space between your shoulders and your ears. And we want to pull our shoulder blade down and back, firing up this lower trap here. So when we reach our arms up, we want the movement to come from our lower trap, not from our upper trap, which often, when we lack strength there, our body's really good at compensating and using that upper trap. And then our neck gets super angry and our shoulders aren't happy as well. So think about weight in your heels, reaching those hips back. You can place one hand here for support. Awesome. And then switch sides. Step on the band with your right foot. And you're going to grab the band in your left hand, hip hinge, and open up into the Y. So from a front view, you can see it's a Y. It's not straight out in front, into a Y. You want to feel the arm just floating up because the muscle there by your scapula, your lower trap, is shortening to lift your arm up. Chin tucked in, neck long. Reach those sit bones back. Couple more. Last 2. And 1. Good. Shake it off. Let's just do a couple cat-cows here. Now see if you can do a cat-cow, pelvic tilt. Pretend you have some ski poles here and just your back's moving. So you can feel how you engage your back muscles and then you lengthen them. Engage, lift those sit bones, and stretch. But we're engaging our core as our back rounds. Exhale, we're extending and using those there. Good. Last exercise, little lat pull down. So this one I want a little stronger band. I'm going to double up. Arms are out in front, ribs are down. Exhale, pulling to our chest. Let's go into a kneeling position here. Make sure you're not tucking the tailbone under. Keep that glute relaxed. Use your core to stabilize you. Ribs are stacked over your pelvis. We're really thinking about gliding our elbows down towards our hips. And the movement isn't coming from our biceps. Shoulders aren't coming up. We're drawing our shoulder blades down and back as we pull down. Last 3, 2, and 1. Nicely done. Let's finish off in child's pose. Reach those hips back. Nice wide knees. Support yourself if you need more space for the baby on your hands or a block, or modified with your elbows bent. And just relax that pelvic floor. Breathe into your back. And stay here as long as you'd like. Have a wonderful day.